go ahead and call the zoning board of adjustment to order. This is our normal process. We will have our invocation and our pledge of allegiance to the flag.
Everyone bow their heads. Heavenly Father, we are gathered again tonight here at City Hall to conduct the business of the Van Alstyne City Council. As always, we ask for your guidance and for you to help provide us with the knowledge, the wisdom, and the ability to carry out the duties of this city and this council in ways that you see fit. We ask that you continue to bless our community, our citizens, our first responders, our city staff, everyone here in this wonderful community. It's in your Son, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I, the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Item number 4, conduct a public hearing regarding a request by the owner agent for a variance to the Van Alstyne Code of Ordinances, Chapter 46, Article 2, Division 2, Section 46 through 96, off-street parking, loading and drive-through requirements, F11, multifamily to reduce the number of parking spaces to 2 per unit rather than required 1 parking space for each dwelling unit plus 1/2 space for each individual bedroom in all dwelling units. The subject property is situated in the city of Van Alstyne, County of Grayson, State of Texas, being described as the Brooks at Van Alstyne, 8.68 acres, Lot 1, the James McKinney Survey, abstract number 770, being part of Lot 2, Block 1, Hines North Edition. The subject property is generally located on the south side of Blasingame Avenue, east of North Henry Hines Expressway, west of Ludway Avenue, and north of Texana Street. Is there anyone here to speak on this?
Yes, sir. Please. Thank you. My name is Joe Gilbert, office at 801 East Taylor, Sherman, Texas, and I'm the developer for this project. We've been working with the city staff over the past several months and are close to getting our civil engineering complete and dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. And we're here tonight asking our parking ratio be 2 to 1. So that would be 2 parking spaces per apartment unit. So for each unit, it would be 2 parking spaces. We have agreed to only build 1 and 2 bedroom apartment homes, of which 50% of those will be 1 bedrooms and 50% will be 2 bedrooms. And I'm not real clear, 100% clear on the ordinance that pertains to us. According to the ordinance that's in the notice that was given, we're at more parking spaces than that ordinance would call for. But I understand that there may be another ordinance for a planned development unit. And I'm not 100% clear, but we exceed those parking requirements that are in the ordinance that are reflected in your packet.
What's the current ordinance that we have? Parking spaces per units? Julie?
1 for the dwelling and 1/2 for each bedroom.
And then the PD ordinance that supersedes it has 2.5 per unit. So that's where the confusion is coming in. So
So there's
PD,
a half more in the ordinance
Yeah.
that's required, and you almost want to make it 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The PD ordinance, as I understand it, doesn't contemplate number of bedrooms. It's just across the board, 2.5 to 1. And we've agreed to only build 1 and 2 bedrooms, so we think the 2 to 1 ratio would fit our project well.
Units, Mr. Gilbert, total?
Yes, sir, it's 136 apartment homes. The apartment community across the street, that was 132. We were looking at the size, we took into consideration how much they were.
So 3-bedroom would be the 2.5 units. Would be 2.5 parking space per unit.
Right, which would
You have
round,
3-bedroom.
which would round up to 3, yeah, because you don't build half
You're
apartments.
not building any 3 bedrooms?
Yes.
What about
But not if you add them
motorcycles?
together.
Huh?
Not if you add
What?
2.5 and 2.5 together, it equals
Yeah.
5.
Right. Okay.
And we had visited with city staff and some people in the community, and they have told us they prefer us not to build 3 bedrooms. And we're obliging to that, and we're only building half 1 bedrooms and half 2 bedrooms.
If the PD ordinance, I haven't seen the PD ordinance, but if it allows a 3-bedroom unit, then granting the variance doesn't prevent a 3-bedroom unit from being built. They really would need to amend their PD ordinance to reduce that use in order to ensure that what he's saying could actually be enforced by the city.
Please forgive me, why do we do a PD for multifamily?
Well, this PD is everything from where the Domino's is being built. It's that whole corner,
Correct?
all the way down to Van Alstyne Parkway, which had residential. It was PD because there was a mix. They had apartments, they had single-family residential, and they had commercial.
Okay.
So it was a PD all done at one time.
And for the record, we would be open, if there was, with this variance request, if there was opportunity to condition our variance to not have 3 bedrooms on the community, we'd be more than willing to agree to that.
Have you guys worked with Wayne at all on building materials and things of that nature?
Yes, sir, we're in full compliance with, on multifamily ordinance. In fact, we have an elevation here, or if you've seen it,
No, I'm not. I'd like to see it.
I don't have it. So our apartments will be soft in color, creams, grays, and it'll be a combination of brick and stone with stucco and the breezeways. And then here is our site plan. We've taken on a pretty big project to build this retention pond here.
Yeah.
We've been working through the civil engineering, and it's going to be around 8 foot deep, and it's going to hold water year round and be a pond. And we have the intentions of putting in a fountain, and so we're not only collecting the water from our site, but it's also improving the general area. Because right now there's just a big hole in the ground.
Yeah.
So we just put that into our civil submission.
That'll look really good right up near Palladium too.
So you don't have any guest apartments, you're only just the 2 per apartment? 2 per unit, there's not like a guest parking area or?
And no, I will have restricted access to our apartments. So if someone comes for guest parking, they'll have to be permission to be on the property. We'll have to have a code to be on. We do have some spaces by the office. So there will be places for guests to park there as well.
Would this come up to the same number either way?
No?
Well, like
You
70
have 68 of your apartments in 2. Or you actually 68 with 3. the other way. That's 204 and 68 is getting one. That's 276.
It's one per unit and a half per bedroom, so you need one bedroom, get two parking spaces. It'd be short 68 parking spaces.
Yeah.
So, if I understand correctly, a one-bedroom is, the way the ordinance reads, is one parking space per unit plus a half per bedroom. But it also says an ordinance for all of the dwelling units. I think how we're interpreting it is that a one-bedroom is two, but it could be interpreted by the language in the ordinance that one bedroom is actually 15 for the total, if you had 10 apartments for the total amount. But that's the agreement there.
Absolutely, yeah.
But, anyway.
So on your current plans that you just showed us, does that only allow for two per unit, two parking spots per unit?
Yes, this is two parking spaces per.
I was wondering, when you first proposed your project, did you kind of know what the parking requirements, what other cities do?
Yes, sir. We just finished a project in Sherman, and it has one parking space per bedroom with a minimum of two. So one bedrooms have two parking spaces, and two bedrooms have two parking spaces, and that's what we're asking for tonight is 2 to 1. Whenever we originally submitted our plans, we had a 2 to 1 parking ratio, and then there was a little bit of confusion, and then Lynn communicated to us that the PV ordinance read 2.5 to 1. And so that's why we're here tonight.
Just so y'all know, for purposes of making a motion, sometimes you can make a variance conditional, but a variance can't be used to change what uses are allowed. So you couldn't have a use condition like no 3-bedroom units as part of the motion, because to change uses, you have to go through rezoning, not a variance.
Your plans are already drawn up, right?
Yes, sir.
Item 5, consider taking the action necessary regarding approval of minutes from the September 10th, 2019 zoning board of adjustment meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
One second.
Got a motion second, or any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. No opposed? Item number 6, consider taking the action necessary regarding request by the owner agent for variance to the Alstyne Code of Ordinances. And without reading every bit of languages for, goes back to item number 4, which is the same books of requirements in Alstyne.
I'll make a motion to approve as noted.
Got a motion for the variance.
Yeah, review that.
I'll second that.
Have a motion second, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. No opposition. This time, the voting board will close and we can move into regular council. And, order. Yes, 6:45. Item number 1, Mr. Hackler. Jerry Hackler. Ms. Farmer. Ms. Farmer, do you care to speak to?
Can't hear anything. I don't hear into this speaker, thinking it would be helpful to It isn't. Let me turn it on. It's not on this one.
In the middle, right?
There it is, there it is.
Got it. You know?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, first of all, I wanted to let y'all know that the newspaper, the Alstyne Leader, the powers up in New York City, or wherever in New York they are, have changed the deadline for me to get information to them for Monday nights of every week for the Friday issue. That means that the city council meeting reports will be like 10 days late now. This will come out on the 18th. So it's not there each week. Please don't think I'm lazy, because it's one thing I'm not. They're dreaming this. Secondly, I wanted to thank the police department for a wonderful National Night Out. I think this was the best one ever. If you could have seen that police officer and the fireman out there line dancing with the lady who was teaching them, it was amazing. But everything else just shut down when that happened. Now, I would like to talk to you about the speakers and the microphones, please. First of all, I want to ask you to consider moving that one somewhere from behind that barrier there. First of all, I don't think it's on tonight because I couldn't hear it all over there. But if you could move it somewhere where the barrier wouldn't stop the sound, that would be incredible. Also, I've asked all over and over again, please use your microphones, please. The ADA says that everyone who comes to a government meeting deserves the right, has the right to hear what's going on. So, and there was a lady that did file suit against the council about 15 years ago, you know. Second, another thing is, am I still using it right? Let me talk this way, it doesn't work. So, or it doesn't work, so you got to keep using it. Also, the last part of it is, if someone like me coming up and it's not on, I'm going to leave this on, don't turn it off, but I'm going to leave it on. If you have someone that can show them, like that little tall guy that was with United Attic, who's up here talking, you know? And men usually have deeper voices, easier to hear, but still it would be nice if someone could show them how to turn it on each week. Oh, and when you do get up, I didn't do it myself. My name is Mary Jane Farmer. I'm a resident in Alstyne. Ask people to tell their names. I feel just did you know. I heard that part. And last of all, I want to tell y'all that I'm so excited. My grandson joined the U.S. Army yesterday, got sworn in. I'm so proud of him. He doesn't leave until January 5th. I'm so proud of that. Thank you.
Very exciting.
Oh, it was. It was scary too at the same time, you know.
Number 3, Mr. Boyd.
Chair Blake, President of EDC, and President of EDC on this discussion. So there was some discussion about that I was a little bit harsh to security title on some previous business of the EDC. Yes, I was very harsh to security title. There's a backstory to that that I thought the council should probably know. And that is, security title gave the EDC a title on a piece of property that we use taxpayer funds to buy. Then when I tried to resell it for Core, our largest employer, I found out there was well over $8 million worth of liens on the property and we couldn't get a clear title. So this title, this property flip to our largest employer that was supposed to be done in 15 days with an all-cash deal turned into a 4-month ordeal. And security title did very little. Fair title again, it did 90% of all the work. And it wasn't until I threatened to sue security title and file a title claim that we actually got it done. But it took almost 4.5 months to get that property sold that was cash. So if I was harsh on security title, I absolutely was harsh. But they gave us a title with 10 liens. not one that they missed, but 10 liens, so they never cleared the title at all. So one of the liens itself was $7.944 million. Then they asked me, well, Fair Title is using the same underwriting team as we did, so why don't we just call the same underwriter and we can slip this on through? And I said, but that's fraud, and I'm not going to have anything to do with fraud. So that's kind of why I got harsh. I represent the city for the EDC. There's no way that I was going to put the city in a spot with fraud, and I was being asked to do so by Security Title. So yes, I got a little harsh. So I just wanted to say that. I know there was going to be an executive session. I brought y'all a presentation with all the timeline on it, all the communications, and the 10 liens that were on the property. If y'all would like it, all bullet pointed and color coded if you would like. That's all. Yep.
Item number 3, conduct a public hearing to consider testimony on a request by the owner agent to rezone from single-family residential district to SF-2 to family duplex residential district, PF. The property is legally described as College Edition Block 16, Lot 101 of EN of 4 and 5, more commonly known as 518 Gilcrease Street, and generally located at the northwest corner of Gilcrease and Texana. Is there anybody who needs to speak?
Let me go to the microphone.
Please. Be sure to say your name.
Kerry Fitz, a local resident. I've been here most of my life. And as a property owner, about half a block from this, I just have concerns with making duplex due to really the longevity of the property, the way it looks, and just prefer to have single family dwelling there.
So you're a property owner right next to it?
On right there near Nunnally and Texana, right there, which is
I know, which one are you?
470, right there on the corner of the Texana.
Where are you?
470, also on 559 as well, those two.
Yeah, they don't have a street. These are
So like
wide.
the southeast
There's-
corner? There's streets on the one up there, if that helps.
So,
Which number are you up there?
Yeah, which lot
Okay.
are you?
yeah, so Texana and, so is this,
Volume Street is Gilcrease.
Nunley's across the top.
Texas actually runs east and west.
Oh, yeah.
This is
So-
right, that's why I was wondering where we are.
So 168122, that's my mother-in-law's house. The lot behind it is a duplex. The lot behind that is a duplex. The one across the street's a rental property. Just down the street from that, that's a duplex. So that area is definitely oversaturated with duplexes as we speak right now. I just want to know which lot. it's
I believe 124, if I'm looking at that correctly. Literally, Texana runs into, this is the driveway, not really there. So, yeah, saturation is my concern for sure.
Okay.
Anybody else to speak on this? Item number 4, conduct a public hearing pursuant to section 505.158 and/or section 501.073 of the Texas Local Government Code regarding the expenditure of $10,000 by the Alstyne Community Development Corporation under a performance agreement for full foul painter equipment, LLC doing business in United Obviously, there's someone who is
Good afternoon, Council, Mr. Mayor. Roger Williams, Executive Director of the ACDC. And basically tonight, I'm requesting council pass a resolution approving the expenditure of more than $10,000 for a performance agreement between the CDC and United Ag and Turf. And basically, the agreement is based on the principle of qualified infrastructure. In this case, they've got a 6-figure project coming up connecting the water from their development to our only existing pipe at Marshall Creek. That actually That will benefit everything else that goes in there as well. So we feel it's a worthwhile investment. And basically, we're qualifying this on two legs. The first is that they break ground before 2019. They meet that, and then if they are open for business in the first quarter of 2021, then they satisfy the agreement. If they don't satisfy any one of those, then it's nullified.
I think they can break ground before 2019.
By the end of 2019.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's actually pretty simple. So we give them, it's in the performance agreement you have in front of you, but we give them a cash amount and also some ancillary benefits of use of either one of our billboards for a specified amount of time in 2020 and 2021.
Are there plans?
So,
Are there plans in for review, for permit review yet?
not yet.
Not final, we've got their site plan and the zoning case happened. We've,
I'm good with what Rodney's got. I mean, just let you know, I have no problem with what we're talking about here, but with the planning case, the zoning case, their architectural drawings going in for permit and everything else, we're less than 90 days out, and that's usually 100 to 115 day process. So if we say break ground by 2019 and our stuff is the stuff that would hold that up.
their civil plans would be expected either November or December's Planning and Zoning Commission.
Are we sure everybody can meet their timelines, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, this is based on their stated timeline after talking with our zoning department, or planning department. And we could certainly, if it came down to an issue with the city not being able to meet that, we could go with the agreement. That is possible.
Anything they need above, I'd rather err on the cautious, because I would rather give them a 30-day buffer in there instead of just saying, you gotta have it by December 31st. Because you're gonna lose the week of Thanksgiving, because everybody's gonna go either deer hunting or they're going to their in-laws house. And you're gonna lose 2 weeks of Christmas because all the kids are out for school. So you're talking 3 weeks lost in roughly an 84-day period, which is where we're at right now, which takes it down to 60 days. Just thinking, there's too much can go wrong. By 2019. So I would I'm good with the deal. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine with the deal. But can we put a 30-day buffer on there or something like that?
Yeah, we can put a 30-day rider on that. Yeah.
Just to go right review it, this is part of the
Right.
I'll just whisper around you, you would have to come back and amend it.
Yeah, I'm fine
So
with
it's
that.
just gonna be.
Well, we have to do that anyway, but.
Well, this is just,
This is the first reading of the
yeah, I'm good with it. Fair enough. Yeah, that's it.
2 readings on this agenda. Okay.
Any further questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Under 5, we are going to remove from the agenda. We move into the consent agenda. Items 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, we're going to remove at the request of the manager. Item 9, he indicated there was some language in there that wasn't particularly happy with, and there were some other areas we need to address. But we can consider items 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Why is nothing, what I mean?
There
Not
was,
last, we had something that was on the
apparently the way it was
document.
written, the manager had some problems that they needed to be addressed, and he said it would be visited on the November agenda.
The wording of it gave up complete rights of scheduling and things like that. Gave it over to somebody else.
We would just consider 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Just rejecting like that, I'm actually using my microphone. Using my microphone.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Here's a second.
Have a motion, second. Any further discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, signify by raising your right hand. And no opposition. Item number 11 is to consider and take any action necessary regarding a request by the owner agent to rezone from single-family residential district to SF-222 family duplex residential district TF. The property that is legally described as College Edition, Block 16, Lot 101, east end of 4 and 5, more commonly known as 518 Gilchrist Street, generally located at the northwest corner of Gilchrist and Texana.
So what would the wording be? We want to just make a motion to not approve it, or
You don't have to
to,
make a motion at all.
we just let it, right?
We don't have to,
We don't have to say anything.
just as a note, planning and zoning did vote to recommend approval of the zone change. And that's easy.
Yes, you could make a motion to deny, a motion to approve. Councilmember Neal is correct that if no motion passes, then the zone change would not be granted because it does take a motion to approve in order to grant the change.
Is there a difference in timeline of when they can come back and ask for
If they bring it back.
the change in zoning again based on a decline or based on a no motion requested?
I'm checking the ordinance real quick. So if an application is denied with prejudice, which means you would need a motion to deny with prejudice, then they cannot come back for 1 year and reapply for the same thing. So if it's just a motion to deny and you don't say with prejudice, or if there's no action taken, then that 1 year timeframe would not apply.
Considering number 11, do we have anyone that wishes to make a motion?
I just got a question. I mean, we established that there was, we've already granted variances or zone changes to duplexes in that neighborhood. I mean, I don't understand why we're denying this one. I mean, I understand the request by the neighbor, but I don't understand the rationale why somebody.
Well, and I think those were obviously approved before I was on this council, so I don't know if I would have approved that to begin with, in my, just in my thinking on it. So I don't think that really applies to like where I stand on it, because like I said, I've been over in that area for 7 years now, because I've been married to my wife for 7 years, and her mother-in-law, her mother lives there, my mother-in-law is over there, and I mean, granted, some of those duplexes are nice, but I mean, there's a lot of them, and I don't know if I would have granted that if I was in that seat if I was here, but that's in here or there, so.
Well, I don't know if I was there either. I mean,
I thought you were born in it.
How many, how many were for a while? I'm not really familiar with
There's several on your.
There's, yeah.
It's like all.
And I know
It's
that,
on little apartments.
and I know that before you get to, I pulled it up there, before you get to, what street is it? No, before you get to, Stinnett, there's a whole bunch of rental properties right there. I don't know what you call those, so it's all under one roof, but there's, door, they're almost like apartment rentals, I guess you could say.
Might be a fourplex.
Yeah, like a fourplex or something like that. There's a bunch of those that are right before it as well. And so, as we see where Watsongate's at and where they're building and how that's kind of bleeding into that area to try to bring up the single family, homes in that area. That's a much older part of the town. Almost very similar to what's on the other side of the Alstyne Parkway that's happening with some builders that are going in there and building some really nice single-family homes, and it's starting to kind of bring up that vibe, I guess you could say, in that area.
I think if you continue to grow, this is just my personal opinion, I think if you continue to grow duplexes into that area, then it's going to really maybe push that down. Especially if we have 100 and, oh, he's not here anymore, but how many units did he say?
136.
136 units going in as apartment buildings right next door to it. So there's really, I mean, in my opinion, there's really no need to put duplexes right there, but that's just my opinion, so.
I would agree with that. Just really, I think it's in the area.
But it's starting to,
You didn't go for it.
and there's nothing wrong with the older homes that are over there and the area, and even some of the duplexes that are over there right now are quite nice. And I don't obviously fault anybody for approving them, but it's just, I think any new duplexes would continue maybe to stifle some of the, what's bleeding in for black, maybe some of the builders that are building over there, so.
Further discussion? Do we have a motion to proceed? Ask, do we have a motion to proceed? This time, no motion. No action taken. Item number 12. Consider taking any action necessary regarding appointments to serve on the Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors, page 2, page 4, page 5. Has everyone had an opportunity to look over the candidates and look at the results? As a vote stands, seat 2, Mark Moss was selected, seat 4, David Sullivan was selected, and seat 5, Greg McElroy was selected. Does anyone on council care to make a motion on the result? We have a motion, is there a second? Second. A motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by raising your right hand. And thank you all for voting for your.
I didn't raise my right hand.
I'm sorry.
I didn't raise my
Any
right hand.
opposed? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm talking about.
We're usually in unison. So I threw off the rocker.
Item 13. Well, I'm not going to sit here and read the manager's complete report. However, there are some interesting highlights. Specifically, just kind of wanted to touch on, and 6 architectural firms that responded to our request for qualifications on doing the work on the new municipal building. That's very positive, at least we're moving forward on that. As already been talked about tonight, United Acre Turf from the town and making progress. They donated a John Deere Gator to City Park and Recreation, so hopefully we'll be able to utilize that this weekend if all well. And the rest will allow council to read that there unless they have comments to. And now we'll proceed to number 14. Ms. Arco, do you have any remarks that you care to make?
Thank you for coming out. And hopefully we'll see you overall Saturday.
Yeah, thank you for coming out, and then, yeah, Saturday, what time does the parade start? 9?
You have to be there.
I know we have to be there at 9. And so, I think the weather's supposed to be pretty bad on Friday, so hopefully Saturday will be a little bit better, and it'll be an enjoyable fall at all. But thank you, everybody who came, and obviously for city staff and every contract and everything. Thank you all so much.
Just thanks for coming, and Saturday we hope to see you. We've done the biggest one that they've had yet. Shannon and Morgan have poured our heart into this whole thing, so just hope we see everybody there.
See how I did that to Shreve? 3 years of microphone, and I've never used it till that, just for Jack. And you still can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Oh, all right.
He's using the mic.
Nobody's gonna go back. So, the mayor spoke of 6 architect firms that did reply to an RFQ for the city municipal buildings and parks and things of that nature. I had the honor of sitting with Lane and Lynn on those 2 interviews. It was very interesting to see the development of municipalities across the state, and how architecture plays a part in not only the revitalization of downtown, but certain areas off of downtown, or if you go move it totally out of town, and those things. So it was very, very exciting to be a part of that. I wish I could tell you more, but we hadn't selected the final person yet, the final architect firm. But it was exciting times, very, very exciting times, and planning for the growth of the city, and not only just the city, but the city staff and city facilities. It really is something else. It's not just about houses and beds and streets and infrastructure. It's about a great way of life for a lot of people that we don't know yet, but they will be here and they will be our neighbors, and so that's kind of exciting. So.
As always, I would like to thank all the citizens, show their concern and their interest in the city for being here. Thank all the wonderful volunteers on all the boards that we have. Appreciate all the service that you've given us. And also thank the small businesses here, which is the heartbeat of this community. And also our city staff, who always does a wonderful job. Thank you all.
And we will revisit Mr. Neal.
No, I was just gonna say, if you didn't notice in the consent agenda, like we awarded the bid for Kelly Lane, for everybody who's not here, and everybody who's on Facebook, and everybody who wants to hear this from the mountaintops. That will now start, and we will widen that road. It will be asphalt, it will be marked, and it will be better than what it is. So, it's a big deal.
Baby steps, baby steps.
December.
I don't, we did not get bid.
The timing for that?
So,
The timing for
what I'm going to do,
Time instructions.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how long until they're gonna actually kick it in, but the bid's been awarded, so I'm assuming they're gonna start going
You know,
out.
that's my next question they're gonna ask me, so.
I'll get an answer for you. I'll get an answer for you from Lane on what he projects from a time standpoint. I'll post it in big red letters on Facebook.
Well, when everybody starts complaining that it's closed, they can't get out.
Oh, no, it's coming, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it for a little while, but it'll be better.
all right, let's go ahead and wind this up. Just one last thing. I had a note from Dr. Braddock's office letting us know that Governor Abbott has signed a proclamation designating October as Chiropractic Health Month, which I don't know if anybody visits those people, but they've spent some great amount of time keeping all my bones in a broken state. So we want to thank all the chiropractors across Texas, especially our locals, for really giving me good bone crushing. And other than that, thank you all for your attention.